Hey Longhorns, this is Mike Ravitsky. I graduated in 2016 with a management degree and minor in psych, and then I also did the certificate in global management program with Dr. Deirdre Mendez, and that really changed the course of my career because it showed me that I was interested in the intercultural space and traveling and meeting people from the other side of the world. So that's affected some of the decisions that I made in my career in the last few years. After undergrad, I started this leadership, like rotational development program at Hewlett Packard Enterprise, which I was really excited about. But unfortunately, it was cut like a month into my start date because the company was splitting in half. And I thought I was going to get laid off, but I didn't. I was put on a project that was dealing with some of the systems issues associated with the spinoff. So it was interesting and I learned a lot, but I wasn't really getting what I signed up for. And unfortunately, was kind of disappointed and ended up resigning after about a year and a half. And in that transitional period, I wanted to explore my international interests. So I did a quick internship at Freedom House, which is a development NGO in DC. And I liked it, but I realized I wanted to spend a few more years in the private sector before switching to social impact because you'll find that private sector experience makes you really valuable in government and the NGO space. And then I ended up getting an opportunity to do a Fulbright in a research project in Moldova, which is where my parents are from. So that was a very meaningful experience. And when I got back to the US, I continued working on a small online retail business that my brother and I had been building for a few years. And it grew pretty well. We actually just hired our ninth and 10th employees this week. So it's promising, but it's not really something that was exciting for me. So my priority was to just kind of build a team around my brother so that he could run it full time, which is what he wanted to do. And so I hired a business manager and I kind of moved on to the next thing, which is a dual MBA and MA in international studies at University of Pennsylvania, which I just started a few months ago. So I moved to Philly and started that. As far as advice, I can acknowledge that it's been a pretty tough year, especially for people like you that are probably interested in traveling as I am. And so that part of my dual degree program obviously was not possible, which bummed me out a lot and definitely affected my mood. But I will say that now that Pfizer and Moderna are coming out with vaccines, I've started to be able to conceptualize like a return to normalcy. And that got me thinking about what are the couple of positive things that actually emerged from this isolation. And you save time by not commuting, and you can eat healthier, you can take care of your body because you're at home, so you can make better choices about what you eat. And so I wish that I recognized these things earlier in the year, but unfortunately emotions sometimes get the best of you. So try to kind of, I don't want to say think positive because that's a common phrase, but it doesn't really mean a whole lot. But think in counterfactuals. So if you're upset, like with your situation, try to hypothesize like what the reverse situation would be and try to identify some things that are positive in your situation that you wouldn't have otherwise. And that kind of thinking might help you maintain a level head or maintain, some emotional clarity when you're ultimately encountering difficult challenges, disappointments. You're going to get rejected a lot from job apps. That has nothing to do with you. That's just how it works. There's always disappointments and things, hard things that happen. So the only thing that you can control is your instinct in terms of how you react to it. So be mindful of that, and you guys are all going to do great. I'm sure that they'll pass along my email address if you have any questions or if I can be of advice, anything like that. Don't hesitate to reach out. I'm happy to help any way I can. So good luck with everybody and be safe. Thank you.